Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ankit Prasad and you are watching Superfast 50. We're tracking a number of stories from India and beyond, and we'll get you the full lowdown now on what's happened today. Stay with us. The CBI continues to question Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia in connection with the Liquorgate excise policy scandal. Now his questioning has been ongoing for over 8 hours. Meanwhile, CBI sources have also confirmed that no accused has been given a clean chit so far. The AAP hit out at the CBI's grilling of Manish Sisodia and called it bogus. The party said that nothing was found at Sisodia's house during the raids. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh called the CBI summons to Manish Sisodia a conspiracy. He added that the BJP is preparing to put Sisodia behind bars because they are scared of Aam Aadmi Party ahead of the Gujarat polls.
बताइए ना, जिस तरह से आपको घसीटा गया,
जो लोग नफरत फैलाते हैं, दंगे फसाद कराते हैं, जो लोग हिंसा फैलाते हैं, उन पे तो कार्रवाई नहीं कर रहे। अरे रुको यार, ये सब पे कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं।
In a big statement, Aam Aadmi Party MLA Atishi claimed that Manish Sisodia will obviously be arrested today because the BJP is scared of the upcoming Gujarat polls. She added that Sisodia is the modern Bhagat Singh.
लगातार ये बात कही जा रही है कि एक्साइज पॉलिसी में जब सपोर्ट करने की बात आई थी, इंटरोगेशन को सपोर्ट करने की बात आई थी, तो
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ये बता दे कि उन्हें क्या एक पैसे के भी भ्रष्टाचार का सबूत मिला है? बताएं ना। घर को रेड किया, पैतृक गांव को रेड किया, लॉकर को रेड किया, ऑफिस को रेड किया, क्या मिला उन्हें? सीबीआई इसलिए नहीं बता रही है क्योंकि कुछ नहीं मिला उन्हें। आज सीबीआई मनीष सिसोदिया जी को गिरफ्तार करने जा रही है क्योंकि वो नहीं चाहते कि दिल्ली की शिक्षा क्रांति की आवाज गुजरात तक पहुंचे।
Aam Aadmi Party leader Saurabh Bharadwaj backed his party member by referring to him as a freedom fighter who is ready to sacrifice. He added bombastically that today the second war of independence is being fought in the country.
कहा तो जा रहा था कि मनीष जी को नोटिस के लिए बुलाया गया है, बट जिस तरीके से पुलिस ने घेराबंदी की है, जिस तरीके से मनीष जी के घर को पूरी छावनी के अंदर तब्दील कर दिया गया है, सीधा संकेत है कि आज मनीष जी को गिरफ्तार किया जा रहा है।
It was a mega showdown in the national capital since the morning itself as Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Sisodia appeared before the CBI in connection with the Delhi Liquorgate scandal. Aam Aadmi Party workers protested outside the CBI HQ claiming political vendetta, and then they were detained. Named as accused number 1 in the Delhi excise policy scam, Manish Sisodia continued to cry foul. Sisodia refuted the charges leveled against him and compared himself with Bhagat Singh. He stated that he will not bow down before dictatorship and that this marks the second freedom struggle against conspirators.
के लिए भी तैयार हूं। मुझे डर नहीं है, बल्कि मुझे गर्व है इस बात पे कि देश के लिए कुछ कर दिखाने का मौका है। लोग वर्षों इंतजार करते हैं, जन्मों इंतजार करते हैं, तब कुछ करने का मौका आता है। मेरे लिए सौभाग्य की बात है। जब जब आज़ाद भारत के इतिहास में किसी ने शिक्षा पे बात करने की कोशिश की है, स्कूल अस्पताल पे नौकरियों पे बात करने की कोशिश की है, उसको इसी तरह से सजाएं दी गई हैं।
Amid massive protests being held by the Aam Aadmi Party's leaders in the streets of the national capital over Sisodia's custody, BJP MP Manoj Tiwari hit out at the AAP over holding these protests, in which the protesters were comparing Sisodia with freedom fighter Bhagat Singh.
ये बहुत इसको ऐसा पैथेटिक सिचुएशन बना दिया है कि ये दिल्ली, पंजाब हो, ये देश हो, इन अरविंद केजरीवाल उनके गैंग को इसकी बहुत बड़ी कीमत चुकानी पड़ेगी। शहीद आजम भगत सिंह जी की तुलना आप एक भ्रष्टाचारी से करोगे जो एक जेल में है और एक जेल जाने की तैयारी में है, जिसके ऊपर इतने जघन्य लूट के अपराध के आरोप है।
A fresh YSRCP link emerged while the CBI summoned Manish Sisodia. The federal agency also probed a family member of YSRCP MP MS Reddy in connection with the Liquorgate case. Notably, the development came after the central agency summoned Manish Sisodia on the basis of evidence collected so far. In a big relief to the Uddhav camp, the BJP withdrew its nomination from Maharashtra's Andheri East constituency, hence paving the way for Rutuja Ladke to win the bypoll unopposed in this case. An 8-member gang attacked 2 people in Madurai. 2 brothers and their vehicles were attacked by the gang over an argument over parking space in front of a tea shop. The victims are being treated in Madurai's Rajaji Government Hospital. The police official said a proper investigation on the same is underway. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is on a 4-day visit to Gujarat. The Raksha Mantri is slated to attend Asia's biggest aerospace and defence exhibition in Gandhinagar, along with various other key events, including the India-Africa Defence Dialogue. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Farooq Abdullah, on being questioned about the recent killing of Kashmiri Pandit Puran Krishan Bhatt, said that the targeted killings will never stop until justice is served. He asked who is supposed to be blamed now, given that they used to associate the killings with Article 370, seemingly justifying them.
कभी बंद नहीं होगा जब तक इंसाफ नहीं होगा कभी बंद नहीं होगा और इसको बंद करने के लिए जितनी भी शोर करते हैं ये कहते हैं कि आप बहुत कहते थे पहले 370 से ये हो रहा आज तो 370 नहीं है मेरी क्यों मृत्यु हो रही है इसके जिम्मेदार कौन है
Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the PM Kisan Sammelan 2022 at the Indian Agricultural Research Institute in the national capital. The event brought together more than 13,500 farmers from across the country and around 1,500 agri-startups as well. While addressing the gathering at the PM Kisan Sammelan, PM Modi said that fertilizers will now be sold under one brand name, Bharat. It is a scheme to provide affordable and quality fertilizers to farmers in the form of one nation, one fertilizer.
आज वन नेशन वन फर्टिलाइजर इसके रूप में किसानों को सस्ती और क्वालिटी खाद भारत ब्रांड के तहत उपलब्ध कराने की योजना है ये शुरू हो गया आज
The ED has provisionally attached 28 immovable properties and other assets worth 80.65 crore rupees belonging to BRS MP Nama Nageshwar Rao and his family members in an ongoing money laundering case against Ranchi Expressway Limited, Madhukan Projects Limited and its directors and promoters. Ahead of the Himachal Pradesh polls, the BJP is in full action mode. The BJP is likely to hold a meeting of the Central Election Committee to finalize the candidates for the upcoming Himachal Pradesh Assembly elections in the national capital. On the occasion of the Communist Party of China's 20th national session, the Tibetan Youth Congress took to the streets of Dharmshala to protest against the Chinese government. The workers raised slogans against Xi Jinping and his oppressive rule over Tibet since the past 6 decades by China. Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot questioned the Election Commission for announcing only the Himachal Pradesh poll dates. He expressed his displeasure over the Gujarat poll dates not being announced. Around 2 crore of cash and jewellery has been recovered from a businessman's house and car in Shivpur. Kolkata Police, Cyber Intelligence and Detective Department seized the cash and jewellery. The 2 accused businessmen, Soilesh Pandey and Arvind Pandey, are absconding as of this moment, we are told. Students of Delhi University's all-girls Miranda House alleged that several men climbed the college walls and gates to witness an open Diwali fest arranged on the campus. The men also indulged in catcalling and sexist sloganeering. Further investigation in the probe is underway. A 27-year-old man was killed in Delhi's Ranjit Nagar after a street brawl. As per police, the victim succumbed to his injuries, which he incurred during the tussle. Further investigation is underway here as well. The Delhi High Court will hear arguments on the appeal of Shehzad and Ariz Khan, convicts in the Batla House encounter. Both have been given death sentences in the 2008 encounter case. Sanjay Raut was produced in the special PMLA court in connection with the Patra Chaul scam case. His judicial custody has been extended till tomorrow. Raut was arrested by the ED on August the 1st in a money laundering case linked to alleged irregularities in the development of Patra Chaul in Mumbai. A Pakistani drone was shot down by BSF troops at around 9 p.m. last night. The intrusion attempt was thwarted by shooting down a quadcopter at Amritsar. As per reports, the drone weighed around 12 kilos. The dismissed cop in the Sidhu Moosewala murder probe has been arrested for supplying weapons and conducting recce for the shooters. The arrested, identified as Gurmeet Singh, is said to be a close associate of gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. The AIADMK celebrated its 51st Foundation Day at the party office. Marking the occasion, Edapadi Palaniswamy paid a floral tribute to the party's founder MGR and also former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha. In a horrific accident caused by the pothole menace, a pillion rider was hit by a KSRTC bus opposite Sujata Theatre in Bengaluru's Okalipuram. The victim has been identified as Uma Devi and has sustained injuries. The boundary wall of the Carlton House CID office on Palace Road collapsed in Bengaluru due to incessant rains. This is yet another case of civic apathy reported in India's IT hub. A massive python was rescued from a school bus in Uttar Pradesh. It was an hour-long operation carried out by the Forest Department. The python was recovered from Ryan Public School in Raebareli after being noticed by nearby villagers as it engulfed a baby goat. A massive fire burned through parts of Iran's Evin prison and damaged one of the largest buildings in the complex. According to authorities, the death toll has risen to 8 now. Authorities have blamed rioters for triggering the blaze, though they haven't described what measures they took against the prisoners on site. Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson said that his country would ensure the security of its own citizens as well as foreign nationals after a massive fire at its Evin prison killed at least 8 people. Meanwhile, EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell blamed Iran for the loss of lives of detainees. Ukraine's capital Kiev was attacked by 28 Iranian kamikaze drones this morning. According to reports, at least one person died during the attack. The bombardment began at 6:30 a.m. local time, and the Ukraine Air Force said that around 85% of the drones were shot down. After Kiev was attacked by 28 kamikaze drones, rescue workers were rushed to the spot. According to sources, the rescue workers also retrieved a body from the rubble of one of the buildings that was attacked. Incessant rainfall has wreaked havoc in the Thai holiday island Phuket. As per inputs, the water level has reached up to the chest level following the heavy rainfall and has rendered the island's main roads impassable to locals and tourists. Thailand's Centre for Climate Change and Disasters claim that in coming months, Phuket could see heavier, longer rainfall due to climate change. After the UK, another hate campaign against India has arisen, this time in the United States. A Democratic Party unit in New Jersey town targeted Hindu groups demanding to sanction Indians. Meanwhile, the Indian community fought back against the hate campaign via billboards. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese visited the severely damaged areas in Victoria as floods continue to wreak havoc in Australia. Residents have been asked to evacuate around 34,000 homes that have been inundated. Victoria remains the worst affected state so far.
In New South Wales that are under flood warnings as we speak. In Victoria, towns including Shepparton and Echuca are under real pressure. People have been magnificent sandbagging, as we heard here today. The efforts of people here in Forbes has made an enormous difference. But there is further rain expected later this week, so it remains a very dangerous situation.
Thousands of protesters, including the newly crowned Nobel laureate Annie Ernaux, took to the streets of Paris over rising inflation. Transport strikes have also been called for on Tuesday in order to curtail the rising cost of living. The World Health Summit 2022 kicked off in Berlin with an aim to elevate innovative solutions to health challenges. This year's theme is taking global health to a new level. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation also announced $1.2 billion in aid for polio eradication.
A global health taking global health to a new level means we need a new global agreement or global accord based on a shared vision. At exactly the moment when the world needed to come together to face this common threat as one, the COVID-19 pandemic has been characterized by a lack of cooperation and coordination. When we can only face shared threats with a shared response.
3 people have been killed and a 4th person was shot in the leg and an open firing in Pittsburgh. The shooting incident took place near a busy north side intersection in the Pennsylvania city in America. British lawmakers will try to oust Prime Minister Liz Truss in just 6 weeks of her taking up the job, despite Downing Street's warning that it could trigger a general election again. This came in response to her libertarian economic policies, which triggered a huge financial crisis, forcing her to sack her finance minister and recall the move. The UK's new Treasury Secretary Jeremy Hunt reversed most of an economic package announced by the Liz Truss government just weeks ago, including a planned cut to income tax. In a bid to suit turbulent financial markets, Hunt said that he was scrapping almost all of the tax cuts announced last month and signaled public spending cuts are on the way.
We will reverse almost all the tax measures announced in the growth plan 3 weeks ago that have not started parliamentary legislation. So whilst we will continue with the abolition of the health and social care levy and stamp duty changes, we will no longer be proceeding with the cuts to dividend tax rates, the reversal of off-payroll working reforms introduced in 2017 and 2021, the new VAT-free shopping scheme for non-UK visitors, or the freeze on alcohol duty rates.
The European Union is due to greenlight a military training mission in Europe for thousands of Ukrainian troops and provide around €500 million in extra funds to help buy weapons for the war-torn nation. According to EU High Representative Josep Borrell, the EU would set up a powerful training mission deployed out of the borders of Ukraine.
Wars continue sending shockwaves around the world. Russia is more and more isolated, as we could see on the vote last day in the United Nations. Morally, politically, even militarily, Russia is losing this war. So we have to continue supporting Ukraine. And that's what the ministers will decide today. I hope it's going to be a 6 new tranche of the European Peace Facility, military support, and this training mission, a powerful training mission deployed out of the borders of Ukraine.
With China holding its Communist Party's 20th National Congress, the stage is set for Xi Jinping to eclipse the term limits on presidents post the Mao Zedong era and be handed a third successive term as the country's supreme leader. As per a top analyst, Xi's crackdown on corruption that sent many CCP members to jail was a key instrument in him having no political opposition.
Produce this new term, Chinese-style modernization, which means that reforms and economic development must conform to Marxist and socialist values. China will...
The Namibian cricket team made a big upset in the opening match of the ICC T20 World Cup by defeating Asia Cup champion Sri Lanka by 55 runs. The IPL has requested a retention list from all franchisees as a mini auction is expected to occur in December ahead of the Premier League in 2023. Croatia's Donna Večić edged past Danielle Collins of the United States in straight sets to advance to the WTA San Diego Open final. She will face top seed Iga Swiatek for the title. Anna Blinkova became the 5th qualifier this season to capture the WTA singles title. She clinched the title after defeating Jasmine Paolini at the Transylvania Open. Felix Auger-Aliassime defeated American JJ Wolf in straight sets to win the Florence Open. It took Felix Auger-Aliassime 9 finals to lift his first ATP Tour trophy. And goals from Karim Benzema, Federico Valverde and Rodrigo ensured a dominating 3-1 win for Real Madrid against FC Barcelona in their first El Clasico of the season.